Hi, everyone, and thanks for joining the Flatcar office hours. Today is February 11th. Before we begin, I just want to remind everybody that Flatcar is an incubating project at the CNCF, so we adhere to the CNCF Code of Conduct. To summarize, just be nice to each other as usual. In these office hours, we discuss news and happenings around Flatcar and just give a space for the community to connect with maintainers. We show demos and just do some release planning as well. As usual, we'll do some rounds of introduction. I'll kick things off. I'm Lexi. I work at Microsoft. I've been kind of involved at a distance with Flatcar since the very beginning and have been over the last, I guess, half a year getting more and more involved on kind of the PM side and helping with the CNCF graduation process and all that. It's been fun. And I'm joining today from London. I forgot where I was joining from. But yeah, nice and rainy here. So as usual, shocker. Who would like to go next? We'll just kind of let people intro themselves.
You can pick the next one.
Oh yeah, Matthew, let's you go.
Hi everyone, I'm Mathieu. I work as a Flatcar maintainer since a few years, working on testing the OS, helping with the release and transversal features. What about you, Adrian?
Hello, Adrian here. I'm also a Flatcar maintainer. I work at Cloud-Based Solutions, working everything related to the deployments on OpenStack, on ARM, a lot of things. Yeah, on RISC-V. Yeah, hopefully we'll get that soon. Freshen up. Yeah, thank you. So, Jan.
Thanks. My name is Jan. I'm from Poland. I work for Microsoft. I've been a maintainer for, I think, a bit over a year. My main focus is mainly nowadays the CNCF graduation and some other things here and there. So maybe, Erwin, would you like to go next?
Hi everyone, I work from Romania and I'm also a Microsoft employee. I joined the maintainers team something like a year ago. My focus has been mainly on Nebraska, as my main professional experience is around web development and applications. And yeah. That's all from my side. How about you, Dongsu?
Hi, my name is Dongsu. I'm also one of the maintainers of Flatcar at Microsoft, and yeah, currently I'm working on UERS, which is a rewritten version of update engine in Flatcar and Rust, and also I'm tracking security issues of Flatcar and so on. Next, Sayan.
Hello, Sayan here. I am from Bangalore, India. I have also been part of Flatcar for a couple of years now and been part of Microsoft. I primarily look into the releases and a few other initiatives that goes on. Yeah. Dan?
Yeah, hello. My name is Daniel. I'm working from Slovakia. I'm also a Flatcar maintainer. I've so far worked on the secure boot, NVIDIA drivers, and CSEC signing. What about you, Daniel?
I'm Flatcar maintainer still, but was less involved in the last half a year. But I wanted to catch up and see if I could get my hands dirty again.
Happy to see you back.
Fantastic. Welcome everyone. So all is right. So we'll jump into the agenda. I'm just going to share the screen, but Jan, I think you're up first.
Yeah, so I'm just gonna paste it for you guys so you can open the links easily. So our main idea here is that, as you maybe have used in the past, various distros have their own forums. And by forum, we mean a website where you can post questions, problems, and await and discuss answers and solutions. There is a forum project that is called Discourse, not Discord. They're named similarly, but it's slightly different. It is open source and free, and you can host it yourself. Um, I think many popular distros or forums use it, and that you might have used in the past. I did paste a few links to them in the chat room here, so you're welcome to open it up. The main idea here is that currently we have essentially two communication channels, or kind of three, with our users and the community at large. The first one being the Matrix channel, and the second one being the Slack channel, as well as the essentially mailing list and various mailing infos. The idea here is that people basically consider the interaction through different channels differently, right? So if you are a certain person with a certain type of a problem, you might approach us using a Matrix channel, or you might approach us using a GitHub issues posting, or maybe something else, right? The idea here is that we add a kind of an in-between option, that is a forum, that allows you to basically post a question, right, and have that solved over days, and basically not in so much of a live manner. Now, what is very important here is that kind of essentially results in two things. The first one is that those problems and solutions later become searchable, right? So if I'm, for example, posting right now today about, I don't know, some butane problem, in a year, someone will be able to Google search a similar issue and find answers. And the second thing that it kind of feeds into is the majority of people nowadays very much use AI to help them, with basically anything, right? And us, by using channels like Matrix that are great for very personal interactions, we kind of lose that searchability of previous problems and solutions. So by that, we allow those basically to be searched and registered and fed to foundational models like ChatGPT and so on, so that in the future, those models essentially can get good at Flatcar. So that is kind of the main idea, and kind of interested in what do you guys think about it.
Yeah, I'm always happy to try new stuff. Oh, Cyan, go first. I forgot to raise my hand.
No worries. You can go ahead. I'll go next.
Yeah, sorry about the raising hand feature. I just forgot. Yeah, I'm always happy to try new stuff. I think yeah, we can give a try for a few weeks, few months, and see how folks are ramping up on this new forum stuff. Yeah, I'm just worried about yeah, the maintainers being distracted between Kubernetes Slack, Matrix, GitHub discussions, GitHub issues, and this new forum. But I think this can be managed somehow with some notification settings in the email. But yeah, that's all I have to say.
I mean, I think it's valid, right? The main idea here is that in a certain way, we might actually lower the necessity of helping out on the Matrix channel, right? Because with those problems being searchable, basically becomes easier to solve for anyone on their own, right? And we should, in a certain way, if we go that direction, encourage people, like even if they already solved that, maybe on a Matrix channel, maybe you could post that again on the forum, so that basically, it just stays there forever, right? Cyan, I think you were next, right?
Yeah, so what I wanted to say was like instead of having it as an additional communication channel, we can probably deprecate GitHub discussions and the mailing list. And so this is something, or maybe we can keep the mailing list, but definitely move the GitHub discussion into discourse. Just to give, so I was there around when the Fedora did the migration. So what they did was they also had this similar issue where too many information was scattered at different places, and they just brainstorm on using discourse to have it as a single location. So they use it for they had this platform for Q&A as well, something like a Stack Overflow, and then mailing list and all those things, announcements and stuff. So they just brought it down to one place. I think this would definitely be one place for us to post announcements, have the discussions, or if there are queries, like if we want to, like at the later point of time, have something like enhancement proposals for Flatcar as well. So those things can be discussed in here. So I definitely think this could be a good forum to aggregate everything into one. Yeah.
Cool. Sorry, I don't know who was next. Was it Daniel or Tilo?
Thank you.
Daniel, why don't you go next?
All right. Yeah, I kind of want to reiterate and strengthen what you was already said. Just like not creating more channel fatigue, like seeing that monitoring other channels might just like be a bit distracting, but like with, as you said, Matthew, with a proper notification that could be handled. But maybe on top of that, just like creating some agreement between the maintainers. How do you want, like once, let's say you go forward with that, once it's implemented, maybe just like reiterating to the community what is the standard that we want to be certain questions maybe should be redirected there, and then just like every time that it comes in a chat or so, just like ask people, hey, can you please post it here, or even post it for them and give them the link at the beginning, just like to make things easier moving forward. Because like if the community grow, let's say there would be more and more people interacting, at some point it could be very tiring to try to intercept it. So yeah, like for example, if I look really back at my job experience, so I was doing support for many years, and part of that was educating the customers of where to interact about what. So I think once there is a forum, there would be a need to kind of create some internal guidelines, some agreement, and then like kind of like helping the community to work better. So nothing would be missed, and yeah, could be indexed for like later on by AI LLMs.
Yeah. I mean, I think that makes sense. Basically steering that knowledge management and communications correctly, right? So that we kind of don't end up with a mess. Yeah, you're absolutely right. So Tilo, I think you're next.
Yeah, I'm actually not that much concerned about spreading us too thin about multiple channels, because we had that concern when we started with our Slack channel. We had the same concern when we started with GitHub discussions versus email list. And I think in almost none of the cases has this concern it didn't pop up in practice, right? It didn't spread us thin. It's true that we're reaching out to more communities, so there are different people on Slack than there are on Metrics, and different people using discussions than using the email list. But we have a pretty linear user and contributor grow, so I don't think that'll explode anytime soon. I'm looking forward in tapping into more communities. I really like the visibility aspect of it, like having something like discussions, Flatcar.org, or forum Flatcar.org, and then have it backed by a discourse. Sounds great for discoverability. It's also great to be basically involved in the chatbots. I see a lot of folks who are not confident on the operating system level, kind of educating themselves this way in kind of a dialogue form. So that's an important aspect for me. But in general, yeah, I don't see much of the problems that we've built up, but I see a lot of the opportunities.
Cool, thanks. Anyone else would like to say anything, ask questions? Okay. So generally speaking, I think we could very much host it ourselves. As I said, it's totally open source. The minimum requirements in terms of hardware are about 1 gig of RAM and 10 gigs of disk space, with that, of course, getting bigger with time and as users upload things to the site. But I think that's totally doable. Of course, we would need, some hours spent on actually provisioning that. So if anyone is actually interested in doing that, please let us know. And yeah, that's kind of it. Thanks.
Great, thanks for that, Jan. And yeah, we're gonna request more feedback, of course, as we proceed with this. So I will kind of kick things off for the FOSDEM recap. I didn't go, but we had Matthew, Dong-Soo, Bex, and Thilo. So I'll just do a very high level kind of. Oh, and Adrian. I didn't know Adrian was there. Sorry, and Adrian. So I just gathered a few notes from Matthew and Dong-Soo, and then I'll kind of kick it back to the group to kind of talk more in depth about their experience. So I know that there was some good conversations around systemd boot work. Thilo also had a last-minute session on Flatcar, which is really cool. I'm going to show some pictures actually after. There was one big trend, which was that about Proxmox. So the interest there seems to be growing. I think it's something that was niche before, but it's showing up more in real environments. So it's very interesting. And yeah, there was also a lot of chat about open source sustainability and burnout. So there was a number of really interesting chats around that and security topics, especially AI in the mix. So we will be doing, or I will be collecting all the information and kind of doing a blog with all of this information once I get all the feedback. So Matthew, Dong-Soo, Thilo, Adrian, do you guys want to kind of give your experience from FOSDEM? Thilo.
Yeah, actually, the session wasn't just about Flatcar. It was about special purpose operating systems, and yeah, that was a fun thing. I think I heard in the opening keynote at 9:30 a.m. in the morning that there were still Birds of Feather sessions available. So I put one in. An old friend from the CNCF of mine, Mauro Morales, who's behind Kairos, he supported that. And he popped up as well. Yeah, and we got confirmation at about 1 p.m. No, not that one, please. That's just a selfie. That's fine. Yeah, this is the right one. So, and we actually tapped in a few social media channels. We asked a few friends who were around, and we actually had a great mix discussing special purpose operating systems challenges, starting with build processes, over shipping, support, and ending with compliance and like certification things. We had folks from the embedded systems crowd, Open Embedded, Yocto, where they're OpenWRT even. And on the other side of the room, a lot of cloud folks, Kairos obviously, but also a dev from Immutable, the new Immutable Linux company, and Ubuntu Core, I think, had one person there. Fedora Core is obviously, and SUSE Micro is, because they're everywhere. So yeah, that was quite something. I think, I mean, in retrospect, even though this was like the session with the shortest preparation period that we ever had, that was the second largest session on special purpose operating systems that we had. The largest was on at a KubeCon, like 2.5 years ago, when the working group just started. So yeah, good stuff.
Fantastic. Does anybody, thanks for this. Matthew or Dongsu, do you guys want to, or Adrian?
Yeah, I can start quickly on the Proxmox topic. So yeah, at the beginning, a few years ago, we started to implement Proxmox support for Flatcar as a kind of hobby project, and then it started to be more serious, and we've seen some use case in productions and asking from the community and from other folks regarding enhanced support for Flatcar on Proxmox. And yeah, this year it was a bit more about the on-premise and yeah, how to deploy Flatcar without using a cloud provider. So, or using a private cloud provider like OpenStack or KubeVirt. So yeah, we got these kind of questions, and I see there is much more traction in this regard without starting into the political aspect. But yeah, on the technical aspect, we got some traction here on how to deploy Flatcar on private cloud, and it's not more like a hobby, but it's more like a professional stuff now.
Great, thank you for that. Adrian, do you want to say a few words, or Dongsu?
Yes, I can. So I also discussed with Mathieu for a bit during the FOSDEM. There is a let's say a desire from the Silva community, which is a open source community that deploys well, actually has the tooling, creates the tooling to deploy bare metal Kubernetes, to try out Flatcar on their bare metal deployments, mostly in the telco, let's say, area. I will create an issue thread within the Silva community, and maybe link the thread to a Flatcar issue, so that we can at least start a discussion, if that is possible. So this is in the direction of cluster API provider, and let's see how where it goes.
Great, thank you.
Thank you.
Okay, fantastic. Okay, so we will have a blog hopefully in the next few weeks that will have all the information and some photos as well. I think we could go into the next agenda items. Matthew and Thilo, you guys know more of who's picking this up. There's the Confex work continued by Kai.
Yeah, this is just a general thing to notice. We know that Kai has quite a few distractions going on right now. It's great to see this config work continue nonetheless. But this is about a fully immutable ETC with configurations being rendered at provisioning time, or even fully shipped as config extension images. So that will ease the cryptographic validation of images a lot. Yeah, it's a hardening measure, and it's great to see that we're continuing.
Great. And what about the next two items?
Yeah, I can take the those items. So I'm working currently on the SSSD issue. So the TLDR is that users using LDAP to authenticate themselves into SSH session on Flatcar, well, it doesn't work anymore on current alpha and beta. So I pushed a fix. I've been successfully able to test locally, but yeah, I would like to get any users' inputs in this matter, because yeah, we're not PAM expert or SSSD expert in the team. So yeah, that'd be awesome to have this being covered by community testing. So I asked the initial issue author to test the images. But yeah, that would be awesome to get more users to have a look into. Chewy already approved the pull request, but yeah, as said, the more tests we have, the better it is, especially because we want to promote the current beta to stable. So yeah, if we want to promote in the best conditions, that would be nice to test a bit more. And yeah, actually, maybe we'll discuss about the release later, but we want to promote current beta to stable. And yeah, because of this SSSD issue, I'm wondering if we should not delay, at least from 2 weeks, the promotion. Like so we can release properly the current beta with the SSSD fix, gather some feedback here, and then 2 weeks after or 1 month after, we just promote the current beta to stable. Because I don't want to push something like that on beta then to stable without any release in between. So that's my point of view. We can discuss this later during the release planning. And the last point, it was yeah, about Enix. So Enix is a French company that does consulting in the cloud native area. And yeah, I heard that they use Flatcar on Scaleway and Proxmox for various deployments. And I invited them to join this office hours. But yeah, they were not able to do it at this time. So I think it's just we just need to wait 1 more month, and we can discuss with them about how they use Flatcar inside the company, and what are the current pain points and stuff like that. So let's see in the next office hours.
Fantastic. Thank you so much. So we will kind of open up the floor to anybody else that wants to talk about anything else Flatcar. Any experiences or any issues?
I think Danielle had some news, right? And I think Jan and Lexi even followed up asynchronously. So maybe that's a good opportunity to set up the 3 of you. If you're saying something, now you're unmuted. Sorry.
Oh yeah, so as I mentioned, I want to get more involved again. So I saw like there was a request that I opened a long time ago about getting help from CNCF with the documentation. So there's a technical writer that helps CNCF projects. And there's quite a pipeline there with projects, but they reached out a couple of times now. And yeah, so I would like to team up and see if I could assist in any way.
Nice. Yeah, that sounds great. Well, how was your follow-up, Lexi and Jan?
Sorry, what follow-up?
So we got an email to maintainers from a CNCF person offering assistance with technical writing, and I think Jan mentioned that he followed up.
Yeah, we have a meeting on. Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
Yeah, we have a meeting on Tuesday. Basically, it was just a signal from them that it's kind of our time in the queue, and kind of that's it so far. So I'm guessing on Tuesday, they now rescheduled to 8:30 Tuesday, 8:30 p.m. Central European time. So if anyone wants to join, feel free to kind of add you. And not sure exactly what they want to talk about. I think it's just generally speaking, like what we would like and expect. From what I saw, the ticket has been in the queue for like almost 2 years. So yeah, that's kind of it so far.
So is the meeting on Zoom or Meet Flatcar org?
Zoom, yes.
Okay.
Yeah, and Danielle, we could connect and just kind of catch up with Jan as well. So very excited to have you involved again. So
That sounds great.
Sorry,
may I
technically,
add something there? Just an idea. We might reach out to the community and ask them for their experience working with the documentation and what they want or need or miss. So using multiple channels, metrics, Slack, maybe open a discussion. I don't know how many people follow the discussions, but still like kind of getting input and maybe at like on a Monday meeting, you could also like kind of raise some ideas internally. Like probably everyone had at some point some thought about the matter, so not always had the time to fix the issues that they saw. So maybe opening like something to track it, either an issue or I don't know, a doc MD, like whatever suits you.
That sounds great. Also kind of complementary to that whole thing, we had a discussion on reworking the documentation, which basically means taking the content that's there, adding a very few kind of overview or introductional items, and restructuring it into a structure that makes a lot more sense. So if you scroll down, you see kind of the doc structure that's proposed. Hopefully it makes sense from a like beginner perspective, and the current existing structure where information is more or less all over the place because it's grown organically. So it just takes that structure and puts it into a new, hopefully better organized one, but it's still work. A little bit of Hugo work and a little bit of copying markdowns around and editing markdowns. So I think we could bubble this up in the discussion. When you have the meeting, maybe give the CNCF folks, if we align that this is still like the first step that we want to do, that could be something they could be looking into as the first step.
Sounds good.
Yeah, sounds good. Okay, I think we should wrap up unless anybody has anything else. Going once, going twice. Okay. Oh, Chewy?
I was just going to say, great to hear from you, Danielle.
Yeah, welcome for sure. Okay, so I will just close things out. The next office hours will be exactly a month from today, so March 11th. And the next developer sync will be February 25th. Oh, Thilo, go ahead.
Yeah, brief question that mainly for Matthew and Cyan. We already slightly discussed it, but do you folks want to do a full-blown release planning, or should we move that to the dev sync?
Currently, I think the only thing that is pending is to plan the next release of the update to stable, and I think with the SSSD thing that is like we need to like get that thing merged. So yeah, other than that, I don't think there's anything more to talk around that. But we can talk about in DevSync. Yeah, Matthew.
Yeah, makes sense. Thank you.
Yeah, we can talk about this on Matrix, I think, because yeah, as I said, my main concern is beta promotion to stable without testing properly the SSSD fix with a new beta in between. But yeah, we can discuss about this on Matrix. There is no rush yet.
Great. All right, sorry. So again, I'll just reiterate. So the next office hours are March 11th, and we also have a developer sync February 25th, and both of them are happening at 2:30 UTC. So yeah, if you have any questions or want to get involved, you could always reach out on GitHub or the Flatcar Matrix channel or Kubernetes or CNCF Slacks at any time. And yeah, thank you for joining. Happy to have Danielle back. And yeah, I hope everyone has a great day. And
Thanks
yes,
a lot.
Slack is also active for Flatcar. Okay. All right. Bye,
Thanks a
everyone.
lot. Bye.
Thank you. Bye
Bye,
bye.
guys.
Bye.